Welcome back to San Antonio Living. All right, if you are trying to think about places to go that are close to San Antonio, we've got a great idea for you this morning. Why not go to New Orleans? It is very close, and they've got a lot of fun happening in the upcoming months. Michelle Newman is our travel guru, and she's joining us this morning to talk about a little visit she just made to New Orleans. It's good to see you.
It's great to be here. It's a major visit. You know, most people head to New York for the Christmas extravaganza and all the lights and all of the, you know, the Christmas magic. You can just go drive 8 hours, be in New Orleans, and have such a glorious time there. The lobbies are all decked out in Christmas splendor, and it's only about an 8-hour drive away.
Exactly. So pack up the car and head out to New Orleans. I know you were there during the Christmas season, and we've got a couple of pictures to share with you this morning. How much is New Orleans done up during Christmas?
It's over the top. You know, in the grand hotels and the chandeliers, they're all bedecked, they're bedazzled. There are garlands of beauty just dangling from the balconies, from the frilly balconies. And there's the Sugar Plum Fairy at the Royal Sonesta on Bourbon Street.
I can imagine it would be a beautiful sight to see during Christmas because of all of the old buildings and just that feeling that you get when you're in New Orleans. Okay, so that's Christmas, but here's the deal. If you don't go at Christmas, why not go now? Because we've got Mardi Gras coming up.
You have Mardi Gras coming up, and you know, believe it or not, New Orleans is extremely family friendly. You have museums, you have shoppings, you have historic walking tours, you have lots of things for the kids to do. So it's not just all drinking and partying. This is a typical example of some of the gorgeous architecture in the French Quarter.
It is beautiful. And some of the things that you can see when you're on a walking tour are these great characters that are very familiar to New Orleans, and they teach you a lot about the history of New Orleans.
Yes, you can take a walking tour. I took a walking tour of the French Quarter, and a lot of the interpreters, as you can see, are decked out in historic costume, time period costume for the area, and they talk about the history, what to do, what to see, the buildings. Now, this is interesting. This is Bevelot, and Bevelot is a famous gaslight lantern company that's been around for generations, and you can go into the workshop and see the beautiful lanterns being made right there in front of you in the French Quarter.
I love that. I mean, there's so many different things to do. It really is, and you mentioned that right at the beginning. It's a lot more than just drinking and partying. Although if you're looking for a good coffee, there's a very famous spot.
Oh, Café du Monde is a must-eat and drink. Café du Monde is famous for their coffee. They put chicory in it, but most importantly, those are beignets, which are like big powdered pillows full of deliciousness. It's like a donut, and it's like just smothered in powdered sugar.
So good. Okay, one of the hot spots, and it's kind of right across from the Café du Monde, is the beautiful cathedral. And this is a great park to enjoy, to sit and just kind of people watch.
Right, this is Jackson Square, and you have the historic St. Louis Cathedral there. And at Christmas time, they have these wonderful, glorious, fabulous, free gospel choir concerts that are wonderful. And I went to one, and I loved it.
I love that. And of course, there's so many artists and shop owners that come out into the streets. It's really just something to watch and walk around.
Absolutely. And this is a scene all around Jackson Square. In the park, you have a beautiful wrought iron fence, and the artists will set up there, and you can have your caricature done there. They also have palm readers, acrobats, all kinds of entertainments. It's a hub of energy and activity.
All right, so if you want to go sort of outside of New Orleans, you got to hop on a streetcar, and the streetcar will take you everywhere.
Yeah, it's about $1.50, and that's Canal Street, and I took the streetcar down Canal Street into the Garden District, where Sandra Bullock has her mansion.
She does? Tell me about the Garden District.
Okay, this is the Garden District, and at holiday time, many of the historic homes are open for tour. The Trinity Church hosts this, and it's a fundraiser, and you can actually tour these glorious, many of them are antebellum mansions, and they're stunning, and they're full of antiques.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I know there's a lot of plantations and things like that out there too, right?
Yes, the plantations, it's called New Orleans Plantation Country. It's about an hour outside of New Orleans, and this is the famous Homeless House where you can tour the house and stay there, and many of the guides are dressed in period costume, and this is in, as I said, New Orleans Plantation Country. There are about 10 historic antebellum plantations that you could tour, some of which you could overnight at, and many of them you can eat at, you can dine at for dinner or lunch.
It really is an amazing trip. I think I did it last year around this time, and I had a ton of fun. And again, let's see, we've got Mardi Gras kicking off February 13th through the 17th, and if you'd like more information, check the website on your screen. It is neworleanscvb.com. And if you've got questions for Michelle, she is a great travel writer, and she's got all sorts of ideas for you. You can send her an email, michellenewmandesigns@hotmail.com. I'm ready to pack my bags.
Well, we're going.
I love it. Coming up next.